Hi there folks, I'm Ruby Juice, and today I want to talk to you about the GlobalCompany mod that just came out for Farming Simulator 19. GlobalCompany is a mod that was made by LS Mod Company, or GlobalCompany, and it enables the ability to create production mods. So what that means is we now have the ability to create different types of factories or buildings that produce other things when you give them certain inputs. So to start out with, the GlobalCompany mod that was released not too long ago came out with 3 production mods to start with: the BGA and Grimme BeetBeater, a Fermenting Silo, and a SeedMaker. And I'm going to go over what each of those is and how you can use them on your farm to make you some money and get you some good products. We'll start with the simplest one, the SeedMaker. So the SeedMaker, you put in any type of grain and you get out seeds. So it's a great way to keep some of the grain that you've harvested from your fields, turn it into seeds so that you don't have to buy seed anymore, you can just make it yourself. So in order to buy the SeedMaker or any of the other GlobalCompany production mods, we go into the store, go to placeables, and you see there's a GlobalCompany placeables section there. From there, you just go into that menu and you can see the different types of mods. So you see the SeedMaker costs you $45,000 and it makes seeds from grain. Once we set it down, we can enter the GlobalCompany menu by pressing Ctrl-G on the keyboard. There we see the different placeables that we've put down. So if we click on the SeedMaker, we can rename it if we want, and we can open the overview menu. So if we look at the overview, we see we can fill it with grain, put in some herbicide, and we'll get seeds out. So you see, if you back your trailer up to this grate on the left hand side, then you can start unloading your wheat, put your wheat in there, or any other grain that you might want to put in. And so we'll bring in some herbicide, which we know we also need to put in. And if you just drive it into this area, it'll unload the herbicide automatically. So you can see the light blinking. You can also see that we've got 2,000 herbicide in there on this panel. If we go to the other side, you can see we've got 19,639 wheat in there, or grain in general. And so it's working. The light is blinking. Right now, obviously 0 seeds for us to pick up. If we go into our SeedMaker menu once again, we see it can only take 2,000 liters of herbicide at once, so it's 100% full on that. We put in almost 20,000 liters, so it's almost 40%, capacity of 50,000 liters of grain, and it's putting out seeds at 1,000 liters per hour. Now we can stop it manually if we wanted to, or we can just leave it on auto. So that's it for the SeedMaker. Let's move on to the Fermenting Silo. So the Fermenting Silo is exactly what it sounds like. You just put in chaff or grass and it turns it into silage, no bunker required. It's smaller than a silage bunker, and it's also a little easier to use. You just pull up, empty your chaff or grass into it, then you can pull up with a trailer or truck and fill it with your silage once it's done fermenting. So we've got about 20,000 liters of chaff. You can see you back up to the receptacle right here. And then we can load the chaff into the Fermenting Silo. So as you can see, the Fermenting Silo, just like the SeedMaker, has a handy screen showing you how much chaff or grass you've got in there, as well as a screen showing you how much is ready for pickup. And if you get close and you hover over it, then you'll also get this nice graphic in the bottom right hand corner that shows you how much output it has put out and is ready for pickup, and how much you've got sitting there being processed. And if we go into the menu, you can see that it's active, it's got a capacity of 100,000 liters, and it's currently producing silage at 3,000 liters per hour. And last but not least, we've got the biogas plant with the Grimme BeetBeater attachment. Now what that means is it's just like the regular biogas plant where you can put in silage, you make money, and you get a byproduct you can use as fertilizer, except in this case you can also add sugar beet and slurry, and then you mix all those 3 things, you make money, and then you also get a digestate left over that you can use as a fertilizer. Now the way that the GlobalCompany biogas plant works is pretty much the same as the one that you've used in the base game, except it's got 3 inputs instead of 1. So here we've got a pile of silage, a pile of sugar beets, and a tanker full of slurry ready to be put into the GlobalCompany biogas plant. So if you open the overview menu, you can see that I've got my sugar beets in there, only 13%. It's got a capacity of 20,000 liters. The silage has capacity of 40,000 liters, so we're only at 6%. And then slurry we've still got to put in there. So you see that it's processing both the beets and the silage at 10,000 liters an hour. Now I cannot for the life of me figure out how to get this slurry into the BGA with GlobalCompany. You see I've got my trailer parked here. It does have slurry. You see we're in the slurry processing area where it shows the slurry inputs. If I open the product menu, it goes right to the slurry processing, but I can't in fact figure out a way to get this slurry into the biogas plant. I've backed up to this several different ways, and it just doesn't seem to be working. As far as I can tell, that's lined up perfectly. Please let me know in the comments if you know something I don't. I can't seem to get the slurry working. But regardless, this is how the biogas plant's supposed to work, and in any case, you can still feed it with both sugar beets and silage, and you'll get money. Now I have just a couple more things to point out with the GlobalCompany mods that I thought would be neat to know. So if you go into any of the overview menus, you see here it says select camera. It'll just give you a nice overview. It'll take you and show you that mod. So you can see if it's working, you can see if you've got anything parked there, you can see the different screens to show you if you've got any product in it. So you can see here with the biogas one in particular, you can see I've got my loader parked here. We can see the sugar beets being processed. You can see the silage being processed. All in all, kind of nice to be able to have that view. And you can go back to the overview just like that. With the biogas plant, you do see here you receive revenue hourly as the product is processed. So every hour when you're processing product, you'll be paid, unlike the base game model where you get paid at midnight every day for whatever product you've put in. And one last thing that's kind of nice to know, if you go into the GlobalCompany menu here and you click on this settings tab, you've got several different settings. You can have it show object info. It does have a horse helper mod built in, so you can turn that on or off. If you don't know what the horse helper mod is, it's basically you pay a small rate, $300 per horse per day, and they give your horses the maximum workout or maximum boost that you would want every day. I'm not entirely sure what activate more trees and activate cut bales is, but just so you know that this settings menu is here and it's got a few extra things for you to look at and do with it as you wish. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.